So Conor McGregor, law of attraction master, he would predict how his fights would end, and they would always be right, and they call him Mystic Mac. Well, he's back now with God on his side, and things did not go well at all for him, and I'm gonna explain why, using universal laws and Jesus' love.
Just let me be a monkey.
So I want you to picture something, a young Conor McGregor, not in the UFC yet, just dreaming it. He's a double champ in his minor league promotion, and he's like, I'm gonna be a double champ in the UFC one day, and I'm gonna be the best ever. He storms on the scene, and he was just so funny and interesting to listen to.
Look, don't get me wrong, I like the kid. He's a quiet little hillbilly from the back arse of nowhere. You know, I've nothing against the guy, you know what I mean? I'm sure he grew up in a circus or a fair, you know, he's a nice little kid. So, Cletus, or, you know, his cousin's probably named Cletus or something. I don't know, he's a nice kid.
All his interviews, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna knock this guy out, this guy, they can't stand with me, the way I move. Like, he had so much confidence, it just made you wanna watch, and he was as good in the ring as he was in his mind. So it's like, fantastic rise to fame, clearly the most popular UFC fighter ever, most paid, highly respected, what a career.
The key to living the law of attraction. Some good shit.
There's many interviews of him online saying he uses law of attraction. If you believe it, you can achieve it. And that's how he was able to rise to have such success, because his mind created it or did it, as we'll be getting to. So like I've been saying in this law of attraction series, I used to use it. I used it to get this channel going. Like, we're talking, I was believing I could do it, and I did it. And I manifested lots of things from the universe, and just like got the perfect girl, got the perfect job, we're happy, but we weren't happy, neither of us. I was miserable for a long time after using the law of attraction, not knowing why. Like, why am I miserable? I have everything I dreamed of physically in the material world, but I'm not happy. So this is a commonality I see of people using law of attraction for physical and material wealth. Eventually, it all comes back to bite them in the ass worse than it ever was. So on Conor's rise, picture him reaching the top of the mountain, double champion in the UFC, boxing Mayweather, millions of dollars, makes the Forbes list for highest paid athletes. He's made it. He has a whiskey business, like, couldn't get a better dream. Then he starts losing fights. He breaks his leg in half. He's been off 5 years. There's sexual assault allegations. I'm not saying he did it, just the allegations are out there. A lot of drug use, family trouble, life like rock bottom, still millionaire, so it's hard to cry when you're wiping $100 bills on your face, but whatever, I imagine he's sad somewhat. He's somewhat sad on his yacht. It's a hard life for him now. I'm happy in this room. So nearing the end of Conor's rock bottom, where he's admittedly still a billionaire and he's quite happy, I'm sure, he's miserably defeated. He hasn't fought in 5 years since his leg break. He wants to get back, but something's keeping him, and then he finds God out of nowhere. No more law of attraction, it's all God now. And so he goes into this latest fight with God on his side, and it lasts like 60 seconds. He jumps out there with some ninja kicks, sprains his knee, and he's out. Like, he doesn't even get to fight, it's over. This is what I see. I was just watching this Warlock interview. Just fascinating. My God, I'll try to post a link if I can remember where it was, but it's like a 3-hour link of this African warlock who was just like practicing voodoo. Like, he was a child in a cave, locked in a cave with Satan for 3 days, and he's getting advice from demons. And he just went on to become like the most powerful warlock you ever seen. And he's like making people blind and just like voodoo curse master. At some point, I'm not gonna ruin the whole thing for you. Just go watch that and then come back. It's just 3 hours. God sends this girl to him to save him. So like, he's evil, Satan worshiping warlock. This girl comes to his dorm. He opens the door, he sees her. She's like, uh-oh. She's scared, she knows who he is, and she's like, God told her to go save him, and she's terrified, and he's like, don't worry, be calm. And they're having this like stare down in the hallway, and he's like, should I make her blind? Like, I don't like this. I think I'm gonna cripple her for life. And then he tries to do that, and she's just, these light beams are coming out of her eyes, and Jesus is with her, and he ends up getting saved. The worst person on earth saved. Jesus loves him that much. It's insane. Jesus, you're insane. So like, now that he's saved, you'd think, oh, God saved him. It's all uphill from here. I mean, downhill. Go fuck yourself. Unfortunately for him, it wasn't uphill or downhill. It was straight to hell for him. So like, you would think once you got saved by God, like you're all good now. Like, sorry about all that Warlock stuff, but it wasn't like that at all. Like, he was saved, and then God took his health from him. He gave him stage, don't say that on YouTube. And he was blind, he couldn't move, he was withering away, he's almost at death's door. Like, God took him out. There's a thing called karma, it still works. You can't just like, oh, I made you blind, whoops. Sorry, Christian, you can't see anymore. And like, you're a warlock, you gotta pay for those past crimes. So same thing with Conor here. He did a lot of terrible things. Once he rose to fame, it's like, okay, you're partying with people, you're doing stuff allegoritarily. It's a word, look it up. And so like, now here he is, oh, I'm this big UFC fighter, and immediately like crippled knee, he's like gonna spend a year in rehab now. You gotta pay for your past crimes. And now that you found God, it's not all just, we're happy, we're trading donuts, we're high-fiving unicorns. Nothing like that. Unicorns are satanic, by the way. Horn bitch. Satan horn bitch. The moral of the story is you can't do a bunch of terrible things, then find God and expect your life is perfect now. There's still the reworking and paying for past debts. And that's what we're seeing happen in the real world with the Warlock guy and Conor McGregor. It just happened to Ilya Topuria. We saw he was a huge law of attraction guy. And it seems to be the humble people. First, let me just side rant and then I'll leave. All these athletes, they're like, praise to Jesus for my power. Jesus is not on your side. He's not giving you power to punch other humans in the face. UFC fighters crumble. They all do, because you're accruing all this karma over your career of just beating people to death, bludgeoning them. You're not a superhero. You're like a hitman. And so eventually, like, there's almost no examples of UFC fighters who just walk off into the sunset after a beautiful career. Usually they lose, and then they lose a bunch until they're out of the UFC, and then they continue fighting in crazy bars and shit like other organizations, and their life goes downhill. Like BJ Penn, he's been arrested many times, he's getting knocked out on the street. Like he's suffering because his whole life was just, how can I hurt human beings? So it's like, there's only one example I can think of, George St. Pierre. In his career, he didn't hurt people that badly. He mostly took them down and punches, little soft punches. People said like, oh, this guy's boring. It's like, he was just trying to be nice, and he was. And he wins now. So don't do this law of attraction demon stuff. You want something, you ask God. You just leave it there. And if it ain't in the cards for you, you move on. All right, buddy, Buster, just thumb up the video. Conor, I hope you're okay. And maybe now he can start healing. It's like, okay, you just repaid a bunch of karmic debt. It's like, okay, God forgives you. You broke your knee. Now the real journey begins, but you're still gonna punch people in the face, so don't expect too many rainbows on your side. Just thumb up the video. You could thumb it down, but you're doing that because you throw eggs into the street. Those could have been baby chickens, but you just created a mess on the sidewalk, and that street cleaner comes, picks it up, hurts his back, goes home, wife gives him a massage, misses her day of work, loses her job, Look at the cascading effects just because Mr. Egg Thrower. Yeah, it's not so fun out here. You gotta look ahead. What do my actions do for all the others? Stop punching people in the face. I'll leave. Thank you for the Bitcoin donations. Subscribe for a minute.